mountain is locked up in the secret. If you activate the secret, there is something in the secret that is able to deal with the mountain. And that became a great deliverance for me. So when I begin to deal with mountains, I no longer bother their size. I found out the secret of dealing with them. For example, if I'm having issues with finances, I don't bother how much I need. How much I need may be in 6 digits and many 6 digits. What I do now is, instead of contemplating how those 6 digits will come, I go to the secret that makes money available. And sometimes I deploy covenant. When I give a seed to somebody that represents something in God, something is mobilized because I honor that protocol. And then what I'm looking for shows up. And so sometimes when I'm looking for money, what I'm saving is not enough. The little I have, I now sow it as a seed. Sometimes I even drop it on the altar. The moment that money touches the altar, there's an economy in the spirit that begins to cause forces to move, to make the money come. It says, God will remember you from his sanctuary. And so what I now do is that I tie the mountain to the sanctuary. And so the sanctuary and the altar becomes the power that provokes what I'm looking for. Sometimes when I'm looking for money and the money is not coming, I go to the place of prayer and I begin to remind God of some of the things he said. I have honored the covenant. You say the dark places of the earth is the habitation of cruelty. Have respect unto the covenant. That means when I deploy the covenant, the power to overcome the habitation of cruelty is released. How come I'm tithing and offering and giving seeds and nothing is happening? When I remind God like that, then the covenant is activated. That means the power to deal with my poverty is in the covenant. And so as far as I'm engaging the covenant, I don't have need to pray so much for the financial issue. It says, give a portion to 7, give a portion to 8. You know not the evil that will come upon the earth. And so what I do is I spread my seed. And as I'm spreading my seed, when I have need of finances, somewhere, somehow, a mystery is engaged. Some I don't even know. And the answer shows up. I'm a traveling person. I'm in Sierra Leone. I pray for different people with different orientation, with different belief system. Tomorrow I'm in Ghana. I pray for different people. Next tomorrow I'm in Kenya. You will need something to follow you to have consistent results. Because sometimes you can go to a place, the people are excited. Another time you go to a place, the people are trying to see what you want to do. When you say shout, they say shout. Why? When you are praying, they are looking at you like this. Okay, let's see what will happen. If you are traveling, it's like carrying a cross. Every day is a new day. The people don't care what God did yesterday, because what God did yesterday is not where they are. God did something in Ghana. They are in Congo. So thank God for what God did in Ghana. They want to see what God will do in Congo. So put your testimony of Ghana aside. Come to Congo and show God. Meanwhile, they believe that God will heal the sick. You now show up. And then what you deployed in Congo, you are now deploying it here. It's not working. So you need a lot of mystery to work for you. And so sometimes when you stand, God will now tell you, because you fear me, I will glorify myself. And so the reason God will heal in that service is not because you are anointed. It's because you fear him. Sometimes when you stand, God will now tell you, he gives you a word of knowledge. He said there's somebody sitting next to the microphone, the speaker there. He has a challenge with his heart. The moment you say it and the person stands up, their heart will now open. God will begin to move. Sometimes when you stand, God will now tell you, sing this song. You will now start singing the song. Sometimes when you stand, God will tell you, pray in tongues first. You will now be praying in tongues. They won't know what you are doing. You are deploying different mysteries. And so when God is now dealing with you in the area of reverence, it's not just because he wants to teach you reverence. That reverence will become your salvation when you are in a different country. When God is teaching you how to sow seeds, that seed may not just to be to prosper you. That seed will be the reason why God will act where your faith will fail in a strange land. And so there are many mysteries that are put together to engender different dimensions of glory. And tonight, we want to look at what activates the power of the Holy Ghost. That means if you know this, the power of the Holy Ghost can work in your house. Because the power of the Holy Ghost is not for a miracle service. The power of the Holy Ghost is something we need to carry every day of our life in order to walk in consistent victory. Because if that power is not